Where are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you? Why have you gone away? Where is the laughter you used to bring me? Why can't I hear music play? My world is changing, I'm rearranging. Does that mean Christmas change is true? Where are you, Christmas? Do you remember the one you used to know? I'm not the same one. See what the time's done. Is that why you have let me go? Christmas is here everywhere. Oh, Christmas is here if you care. Oh, if there is love in your heart and your mind, you will feel like Christmas all the time. Oh, I feel you, Christmas. I know I found you. You never fade away. Oh, the joy of Christmas stays here inside us, fills each and every heart with love. Where are you, Christmas? Fill your heart with love.
Okay, I'm stuck over there. Hmm, that's interesting. Oh, there we go. How y'all all doing? Oh my goodness, it seems like it's been forever. Eric, Be Charming, Anthony, Doc P, it's good to see y'all. I'm not how to put this up. Never know. Hope y'all had a good Christmas. Hey, Watt, good to see you. I dropped the link just in case. Cheers for something for Christmas, Be Charming. We had a family gathering and then we go around and looked at some lights. It was good to be with family. very different Christmas, definitely. And my muscles are burning. They're on fire. Didn't know I had any muscles left, but they're telling me I do. My daughter and I were packing all day today, and she was just like, "Are we going to pack some more?" And I said, "No, I'm done. Done for the day." So, um, this is from the Renewed Christmas Blessings. Haven't been able to read y'all in a minute. So, let's see what y'all think about this. The title is All I Want for Christmas is Hope. I don't know about that word hope, but we'll see what it says. While I bask in Jesus' magnificent grace, he renews something in me, hope. One of my favorite verses in Isaiah 61:3. As a fan of all things repurposing, it reminds me that the biggest renewal of all happened when Jesus came into the world. To all who mourn in Israel, he will give a crown of beauty for ashes, a joyous blessing instead of mourning, festive praise instead of despair. The ashes, a symbol throughout the Bible of mourning, were placed on foreheads after removing their head covering. Some translations of that verse speak of the crown of beauty as a garland, a symbol of glory put back in place as a head covering. Jesus came to restore, to bring his people better homes and garlands. Well, actually, better hopes and garlands. He would later quote the same passage, saying he came to bring good news, to proclaim that captives will be released, that the blind will see, that the oppressed will be set free. Luke 4:18. What he did for Israel, he does for me too. He restores. He releases the oppression of whatever binds me. As the glitter settles and the scent of cookies lingers, I pause to remember that amid traditions and memories, perfection was never the goal. Christmas is and always will be a celebration of hope and grace. So I embrace the season with an open heart and without an agenda. The miracle isn't in how much I can do, it's in how much he can remake me to become like him. Silver Patriot, good to see you. And that's it. And so there was a news thing I saw today that I thought was really interesting because there's a lot of arguing about what's what. We'll get to it. Let's mute my phone. Sorry about that. Okay. So the title is Jesus is Palestinian. Billboard in Times Square this week placed by Arab American Rights Group. A billboard placed this week in Times Square. Oh, where'd it go? No, come back here. Okay. A billboard placed this week in Times Square by the American Arab Discrimination Committee claims that Jesus was a Palestinian, although the modern state of Palestine wasn't established until till nearly 2,000 years after Jesus' birth. Jesus is Palestinian. Merry Christmas, reads one billboard from the committee. Hey, James, good to see you. Which on its website describes itself as the biggest Arab American grassroots organization in the United States. In a recent post on Instagram, the committee said that its billboards, another quotes the corn, I hope I'm saying that right, corn about Jesus, were meant to bring awareness to the conflict between Gaza and Israel. In October, President Donald Trump orchestrated a peace deal between Gaza and Israel and facilitated the return of Israeli hostages taken during the October 7th terror attack. I saw some things about that too. That God, it's so hard to tell what's real anymore. Yes, I knew that you would like that, the human. One slide in the Instagram post read, as Gaza endures genocide and the birthplace of Jesus is under siege and occupation, we reclaim a fundamental truth in the heart of Times Square. In a season of peace, we speak for those who've been denied peace. According to the Post, the billboards are meant to reclaim the truth, honoring the Palestinian refugee born in Bethlehem, combat the ongoing erasure of Palestinian identity, culture, and rootedness to the land, call attention to reverence for Jesus is Islam, and to assert truth and reject silence. Another slide also featured on one of the billboards quotes the Quran, which reads, "Remember when the angels proclaimed, O Mary, Allah gives you good news of a word from him. His name will be the Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary, honored in this world and the hereafter, and he will be one of those nearest to Allah." The Instagram post discussing the billboards reads, "Our two New York billboards are an act of cultural resilience. Jesus is Palestinian. Merry Christmas." Quranic verse 345 announcing the blessed birth of Jesus with Merry Christmas in English and Arabic. Modern-day Bethlehem, revered as the birthplace of Jesus Christ, is located in the West Bank and has a Muslim majority population. The city at the time of the birth of Jesus was located in Judea. Bethlehem's Christian population as a percentage of the area has dwindled considerably since the 1950s. The state of Palestine, which is not recognized by the United States and has non-member status in the United Nations, was established in 1988. In a statement shared with Fox News Digital, oh, here we go, Adem Ayoub, National Executive Director of the organization, said there will be disagreements and debates about names. However, there is one thing that is indisputable. Israel has been killing Christians in the birthplace of Jesus with impunity for decades. Yesterday was the first time Christmas was celebrated in Bethlehem for the first time in 3 years. American taxpayers have been paying for the persecution of Christians by the sick Israel, and they are waking up to the fact. He added, of note, the Foreign Ministry of Israel also purchased ad space on that same billboard to counter our messaging. Hey, Robert, good to see you. Messaging. So American taxpayers are paying for the killing of Christians and for the propaganda campaign to cover the atrocities by Israel. The coverage by media outlets about the killing of Christians by Israel has been non-existent. However, put a billboard up in Times Square and the coverage is there. Sadly, this billboard is the only way media outlets will discuss Christians in the Holy Land. Thank you for taking time to write about Christians living in the Holy Land. God bless all the people of faith, and God bless the United States of America. The greatest bumblebee, dude. Good to see you. Just thought it was interesting that it went up in Times Square, and yeah, I don't think it's true. From the map I saw of what Palestine originally looked like before it was so small. It to me it looks like it was correct in his birthplace. But that's just what I saw. Cheryl, good to see you, hon. So, Jesus was Palestinian. Y'all disagree? I don't know. One more headline, and this one's crazy, y'all. Hey, Black Watch, good to see you. A lobster shipment worth $400,000 was hijacked before reaching Costco stores. Why did I say this? Because there was a lot more to it. A $400,000 shipment of livestock. I can't talk tonight. Live lobsters destined for Costco stores in Midwest vanished somewhere between Massachusetts and the Heartland, hijacked before it could ever reach Illinois or Minnesota. So don't count on your lobster if you live in any of those states. It is the largest high-dollar theft in what authorities say is a growing organized assault on American supply chain. That's the part I wanted to get into, is the shipment was picked up in Taunton, Massachusetts, and was supposed to be delivered to Costco locations hundreds of miles away, but never arrived. Dylan Rexing, CEO of Indiana-based logistics firm Rexing Companies, confirmed the theft and said investigators believe the stolen lobsters were targeted by an organized cargo theft ring that specializes in high-value goods moving through the transportation system. This is a huge issue across the country, Rexing said in an interview with WFLD. It directly impacts businesses and contributes to high prices for consumers. Hey, what?
Evening, Miss Bunny. Evening, everybody.
Okay, I'm going to continue. The loss has triggered a federal investigation, with the FBI now probing the disappearance of the shipment. No arrests have been announced. According to Rexing, the theft appears far from random. He said law enforcement informed him that another seafood shipment was stolen earlier this month from the same Massachusetts facility. Imagine that. The detail that has raised concerns about systematic targeting and inside knowledge of shipping schedules. For Rexing Companies, which is based in Evansville, Indiana, the impact is significant. Hey, Vicki. Rexing said the loss affects more than just balance sheets, noting that it could ripple through hiring plans and employee bonuses at his company, which employs more than 100 people. The hijacked lobster shipment is the latest example of a nationwide surge in cargo theft that has drawn increasing attention from federal authorities. Earlier this year, Homeland Security investigations launched Operation Boiling Point. I'm sorry, that's not funny. A coordinated effort aimed at dismantling organized retail and cargo theft networks. Okay, quit laughing. In announcing the operation, HSI said cargo theft is responsible for an estimated $15 billion to $35 billion in losses annually, with organized groups targeting shipments at ports of entry, truck stops, freight trains, and other points along the supply chain while goods are in transit. HSI also warned that while cargo theft rings are not always directly involved in organized retail crime, they can be linked to common fencers that are purchasing the stolen goods, effectively feeding a broader underground market. It gets into that, Amber. The Department of Transportation has also raised alarms. In September, the agency issued a request for information seeking input from law enforcement, transportation agencies, freight carriers, and the public on how to better protect the U.S. supply chain. Cargo theft is a growing concern for the U.S. transportation system, costing the economy billions annually. The DOT said in summary, these crimes involve opportunistic straight thefts of trailers, containers, and loads at truck stops, or multimodal distribution hubs, and highly coordinated operations conducted by organized criminal networks. The department added that such crimes not only disrupt supply chains and cause significant economic losses, but can also help fund broader illicit activities, including narcotics trafficking, counterfeiting, and human smuggling. Interesting, huh? Don't expect any lobster. Hey, Black Watch.
Hey, evening, Bonnie. What? Hi, everybody. Chat.
What did they say the street value of that was, or how much lobster was it? Almost a half a million.
Yeah, I think it was $400,000. And since it was the second one from the same company, it sounds like it's an inside job to me.
Yeah.
But somehow they're getting the route and what is in the container.
It sounds like a lot, like, it is a lot, 400,000, but man, these type of things, you'd be surprised how many of these type of events happen, over a span or all the time, really, or, who's to say around the holidays, but yeah, it definitely has to be an inside job dealing with that much, because just your average thief, if he finds something like that, he's going to take a little bit. He's not going to come fully fortified with a truck, trailer, and all the assistance needed. That's definitely organized. They got time. They know what they're doing. They know how much is there. They know what they're taking.
Yeah.
Inside job, probably. Can't confirm it, but I would probably assume so.
Yeah.
As especially in like these big packing houses or meat houses, or like you said, that was what in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I mean, just imagine the volumes of seafood that comes in and out of those places daily, you know, millions of dollars of seafoods.
And that's what it was saying. The seafood seems to be the highest priced. Hey, Mary, good to see you and keeping you in prayer, hon.
It's crazy how some things change and some things never change, but like things like lobster and like or even like crawdads or stuff like that. At one time, it was like highly looked down upon. You know, it was like the bottom of the barrel, but then over time, it just gradually worked its way up to the top. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the tariffs have more or less shut down that area's lobster business. They've lost an awful lot of markets because of the tariff. Canada is doing much better with the market. So they found another way to move it, right?
When is lobster season? I know it probably depends on different parts, but like when would that region's lobster season be? Is it like once a year, or how does that go?
It's constant, Watt. It's constant. Yeah. With the winter and storms, I mean, that you know, has its effect, but that far down,
Yeah,
you know, and it's the Asian market as well, which again, tariffs. Japan picks up a lot. Asia picks up most of the seafood, usually.
like it always depends, but coming up down here in the South, I was always told always eat your oysters in months that end in ER, so like October, November, and December. So that's how you know when they're in season around here.
Oh, I don't know.
Which it can vary, you know, because you know different stuff. But yeah, old lobsters.
Because the connection between the Great, you know, Barrier Reef, Newfoundland down, it's like a community down to Boston and that.
Pepper 101, good to see.
There's a big to-do about that up here, the Boston lobster market.
Oh yeah, it's a whole animal in itself, I bet.
Right?
Well, a lot of the restaurants,
That's something.
Yeah, definitely.
Even to Europe. There's a big to-do about that up here months ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it was friendly. They felt, you know what I mean? Like, why are you suffering? You shouldn't be suffering. It wasn't like, you know, one country to the other or one, you know, company to the other. And it's like a lot of the Asian trawlers, they came within the 200-mile limit. A lot of the Canadian Coast Guard spend their time enforcing that and seizing the ships. But that's normal.
Yeah, there was some show about that. It wasn't specifically about what you were talking about, but it was showing these fishermen and going out, and they had like there's certain areas they could go in, certain areas they couldn't go in, and it would show like some of them like pushing the limits. Like they would go over the waters and then come right back, you know, just try to look at it till they get caught.
Yeah, that's normal. But the lobster thing was inflamed by tariffs. You know,
I can remember when they, the fishermen on the east up there around Maine were on strike. Whoops, something's going on in Black Watch. Okay, now it stopped.
okay. I moved the camera and the mic. I don't know. Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. But they were on strike because they were being limited. Was it the catch or the space? Something was being limited on them. I remember them being on strike.
I guess it kind of goes hand in hand, you know, if you may have a certain space that you was used to filling up, but they may only say, all right, for, I don't know, this trip, you may only can fill up a half a space, or, you know, I don't know. how that goes, or the poundage. You know, you can only. I don't know how they. I don't know how they issue the tags that are the limits on that type of stuff. I don't know. Like if they could only, if like before they could get 1,200 lobsters, now they can only get 600. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either. It seems like the same with crab. Limiting, but that's why I kept that, because it just seems more and more the food chain. And
It's the gold, if you think about it.
yes,
If you control your food, whoever, you know what I mean? It's big money.
yes, absolutely. And that's, my daughter was telling me, one of our friends had to put her horses down, and I was like, why? And she said there's some kind of disease going around with the horses that they're having to put them down now. And I said,
Oh,
horses.
damn.
So remember how we were talking about you might need to get a horse, if an EMP, whatever.
Need to
And
find like a common denominator.
now the horses have a disease.
But even if a horse was to have it, you know, how would it get from horse to horse? You know, I mean, I could see maybe from a show or some type of event, but you know, what would be the common denominator?
Right. How is it reaching?
Especially if somebody had like 2 horses and they're only around those 2 horses and they just got it. You know, how did they get it? Something in the food, something in the water, something in the air.
Hey,
There's
Caroline.
always a common denominator in some things.
Yes, I think so too.
Now we got we had the mad cow, we had the mad pig. Dang, now we got the mad horse, the mad equine.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Well, Alice had the Mad Hatter, so, you know.
That's next.
Yeah,
That's the only thing left is the Mad Hatter.
yeah.
Man,
Well,
do they have a name for it? Are they calling it something?
let me look and see, because I didn't really look it up. We were.
I know over the last couple of years they've been talking about the zombie deer. Some type of thing that was going on with the deer. They said, watch out for the deer. It was some type of thing. They were calling it zombie deer. I don't think that's the correct term, whatever they called it, but that was like the after effect, I guess.
Well, my son heard me talking about it because it just popped it right up.
Wasn't there some concern about increasing the amount of import there of Argentine beef? Because they had a lot of disease down there, more than
Yes.
ever.
The
So,
most,
airborne and cross, I don't know.
the most significant current horse disease event is a widespread outbreak of equine herpes virus, EHV1,
Oh,
causing
great.
respiratory illness, abortions, and the severe neurological form equine herpes virus. But I can't even say that word. EHM, originating from a Texas barrel racing event in November 25. Of course,
What'd I tell you? I broke it already down already.
affecting multiple states like Oklahoma, Louisiana, Florida, Colorado, and South Dakota.
I'm bringing my gear. I'm coming out west, y'all. We're going to get to the bottom of this.
Wait, it gets better. There's more.
Oh, never mind. Cancel that.
Other prevalent diseases include equine coronavirus causing GI issues, fever, diarrhea, colic, and the ongoing concern of equine infectious anemia, a reportable incurable viral disease. There you are.
All right, I'm sending Black Watch instead. I'm just going to report on it. Man.
I got to have a shower first.
And this all stemmed, you said, from a rodeo or barrel exhibit on the 25th of November of this year?
September.
That was just like a month or two ago.
Get the tub drain.
No,
All the water's still sitting.
no, it was November. You're right. Texas Barrel Racing event in November of 2025.
Okay.
Yep. I cracked the case, Bunny.
Yep.
Yeah, what was the common denominator there? You know, they're
And-
saying that was like the epicenter.
I can't imagine people bringing horses from all these other states to a barrel racing event. It just,
You never know. It
Well,
depends on how it's set up. You know, if it's open or however they get entry to that. You know, if they have to sign up previously, I don't know.
Well, there's also events like the Australia, I forgot what they call it, the Derby. Horses are literally blown in for that race 2 months before.
well, yeah, the Derby is a big deal. The barrel racing event in Texas, that's an everyday thing.
Yeah, there's never not one happening there.
Right.
Mom,
Hmm.
No,
you can't go with me.
no, I
I don't
am
know how to
totally
make it
clueless.
go.
Go look at my sink.
I don't know how to make it go if we do.
I don't either. I'm sorry.
Hello, Bonnie 3. Where's that?
What city or what county in Texas was this? Did it say?
No, it didn't. Hey,
Wouldn't be
Dee,
hard to find on the interwebs.
good to see you. Yeah,
Oh, but yeah, I hadn't heard nothing about that. But yeah, of course, it's local. But
let me see what I can pull up about that.
then you'd have to backtrack if it was people from out of state, which I'm pretty sure, I don't think it would be I don't think it would be people from different countries. More or less, it would probably be regional people from maybe, I don't know, New Mexico, Oklahoma, maybe from a circuit. So you could find where all those horses came from, back to the original, wherever they came from, and see if other horses have been infected. You know, it wouldn't be hard to do. 30 minutes, you could find out all that information just by making a few calls.
Mhm.
In like 2025 was Waco.
Wacky Waco. How about that? Couldn't have seen that one coming, did you, Bunny?
Cool.
Okay, so maybe it is a big thing because it's the site of the World Championship Barrel Racing Final.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yep, World Championship.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Called it Black Watch.
World.
good old Waco, Colorado. Yeah, you got to watch those ones.
Mm. They brought in the intergalactic horses on this one.
There you
The
go.
Flaming Horse. I told you it was going to be the Flaming Horse.
That's right.
The Flaming Horse, man, they are on it. They're ahead of the game, Bunny.
6. Yeah, you got it. Well, that time traveling's really helping out there, what?
Sometimes you just got to remember it, you know? You can see it, you can feel it, but sometimes you just can't remember it. That's the bad thing about it. It's like a good dream. It was there and it happened, but you just don't know.
You ever heard of the eighth dimension? Apparently, you can't exist in it. You got to pass through it or something.
Hey, Annalisa, good to see you.
It exists within you, within yourself. I think we just went there. Whoa, let's not do that again on live. Hey.
And all this trucking thing's no different. My dad worked in custom, but you've seen it in the movies, right? The driver comes up, parks it, leaves it running, and walks away. And all of a sudden it's gone, the whole rig. That's normal. That happens all the time. You know, electronics, everything. Now it's lobster.
Ew, D-Dog. Hope you got a refund.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Next time you go time traveling, what will you pick up my cleaning? I forgot. They're going to say they're going to sell it. So
Phil, good to see you.
No, well,
Maybe in Canada.
Texas sure has their problems now, doesn't it?
Okay.
There's more.
We didn't used to, but it seems
Yeah.
the last 5 years have been interesting, to
Yeah.
say the least. And these letters to Abbott, I'm just going to keep sending them. I'm just going to keep on.
Did you hear the latest? You want to hear it?
About Texas.
Yes.
Well, how do you know anything about Texas? Go ahead. What's the list?
I wear my Southern cowboy hat all the time, and I see things. I see things then, Texas.
Okay, what? What's
So
up?
the White House is considering donating 775 acres of federal parkland to Elon Musk.
No.
Do you remember Tennessee Ernie Ford?
Yes.
Don't call me Peter because I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. They're going to make a comeback. There's more and more of this going on. The tech people are picking. You just got an influx of high tech, right?
Yes. And Elon owns
No, but this is for SpaceX. The whole concept, and it's beginning to look that way, is if you can't afford your housing, the company will have it for you. It's going on more and more with these giant companies. Like I said to you, look at the inauguration and look at who was there. There's your answers to most things. They're making a comeback, Bonnie. You just got an influx of NVIDIA, right? Now SpaceX is going to be in there. Not the other, wherever they moved, what was it, Tennessee or somewhere? Whatever.
Why would a park have anything to do with SpaceX?
No, but the whole,
What type of park? Like a state park?
yeah, federal state parkland. Federally owned state parkland. I thought there goes Bonnie's ex-husband's job. They're going to start giving it away to the tech giants.
I don't know. They could go a lot of different ways,
But I watched something on it. It was very in-depth for about 20 minutes.
And how many acres was it?
A lot of the comments was Tennessee Ernie Ford song.
500 what? Acres?
775.
775.
Of course, it's 775.
And if you look at Trump's speech about housing,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to mess with it because a lot of people talking about boomers have a lot of their value, their wealth in real estate. If you start messing up with, they'll lose money. You think he's really caring about that? About boomers? No, it's all a smokescreen to me. With what evidence they had of it and what was going on, pretty clear. Pretty clear. They mentioned something, about the early into the 20s. If you would try to unionize, they brought in their own little Gestapo, beat the hell out of you, change your mind. It's visions of it all coming back again. Because you'll have a house, they'll build houses, but it's the company houses. So you're paying property tax for them because they own it.
Oh,
For the whole idea of it. The whole idea of it.
did y'all hear anything Marjorie Taylor Greene's saying lately? She did an interview with, I don't even know who that was.
You think she has any future after this politically? I don't know about that. I think she's building a case for it, that's all. I wouldn't trust too much of what she says.
I saw a little note in an article last week sometime that she's considering running for presidency, and but she seems to be really speaking out about a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
She's had threats against her from what she says, allegedly.
But the one response and the text message she got from Trump, she won't reveal. When she complained about, I think it's her son got a death threat or something. Or
Yes, that's what I was reading or listening to today. She's revealing it.
I don't know how old she is. I don't think she's probably maybe in her 40s, maybe. I don't know what her age, maybe, I don't know, maybe older, I don't know. But like from a political standpoint, I mean, that's still pretty young, you know.
Oh, yeah.
She represents the district from North Georgia. So who knows? I mean, there's always a bigger seat, you know, governor, I don't know, some type of title, who knows?
Yeah. I don't think she'll stay out of the political.
I mean, I don't think, I don't think she's going to just stop being, you know, just right off into the sunset and that was it. You know, that was the MTG story.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't follow a lot of these people like strongly, even though she is from like the North Georgia district or whatever. But, you know, I don't think that's the end of her, whatever she may choose to do or run with it.
She's Northwest Georgia, I think, isn't it? Northwest, I think they said.
Yeah, I forget the particular district. Yeah, it's like all the way up there. It's up there. We don't talk about them much, but they're still up there.
I heard she vacationed in England. She's probably northern, yeah.
She probably could make a good casserole. What do you think?
I'm not there.
It's possible. Christmas. I got YouTube videos for that now.
So, does anyone know the age of her son?
Of who?
Her son? I guess maybe late teens, 20s, maybe. Well, I don't know.
Probably if she's in her mid to late 40s, yeah, her son would probably maybe teenager-ish, maybe late teenager, early 20s, maybe. No, maybe teenager still. I don't know.
She's in her 50s. She's only a few years from AARP.
There you go. She's got one A. She just needs two.
The Gathering. No.
There's a lot been going on. You know, I tried to say, there's a Christmas one the guy did from Detroit. He said, I don't want to talk about it. I said, okay.
Okay, so it says she's 51. I looked it up. It says she's 51 years old, allegedly.
Get that woman Walker.
And she's got two sons, and one is 29 to 30, and the other one
that makes sense. About around 20,
25.
Okay.
So I don't know which one.
Okay, yeah, she ain't got babies yet. She got young men.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hmm.
Yeah, I figured maybe late 40s, but yeah, 51, that sounds about right.
And a few people's jobs are at stake come January, from what I understand, probably.
Allegedly or supposedly?
Well, both of them, from what I hear. Who is it? Kat, what's her name?
Yeah, I might go on strike too, yeah.
Homeland Security. No.
Oh, she's going on strike? She's out of there?
She's having an extramarital affair. Apparently, it's not too popular.
As if marital wasn't extra enough, you know, you have to do extra.
Yeah, well,
extra.
Or it was external rather than inter. Well, we won't go there either.
Yeah, I don't know. Ain't no telling, man.
Yeah.
These people all have vices and urges and stuff like that. Who knows? You know, can't be there, can't be everywhere at one place.
Well, she likes to play dress up. She likes to play dress up. So you know.
She's a he. Oh, yeah, Chip Roy in Texas tried to block her with Cali and exceptions.
There's Kash Patel with his fleet of BMW X5s, not American-made BMW X5s.
I thought you was talking about like a spaceship or something, you know, like the Mark V or something.
No, BMW Bavarian Motorworks X5 luxury sedans.
Oh, really?
That he gave one to his girlfriend just so she had the set of wheels.
How much does one of those go for?
Oh, they'd be 100 grand.
Easy.
Easy. Top of the line BMW.
Well, they're all of them.
There's a fleet of
I
them.
don't care which side. Oh, all of them. I don't care which side they're on. They all have millions. They have done this
Your feet are today?
for a long time.
Oh, it's nothing new just coming out though, Bonnie. You know, more and more since he decided, I'm going to take my $60 million jet, go see my girlfriend for the week. That's all coming out. It's just the age we're in. People
Well,
are closer up to corruption. That's all.
it doesn't matter if it comes out. What happens? Nothing. Immunity.
Yeah, but he was
So-
looking for the guy from Boston University. And where was he? On Katie Miller's show with his girlfriend. I mean, he's so busy, right? It's like Mike Johnson. I don't know about that. I'm busy.
See,
You know, whatever.
I know there's
can.
some type of
Money.
there's a BMW plant out in Carolina right across the river. And I don't know exactly what all they do with the BMWs, but at one time there was a shortage of like some type of specific part, you know, that you wouldn't think it was really nothing. You'd probably leave it in the box if you put the car yourself together. But my buddy and his dad, they own like a machine shop where they like machine metals and do all the different type of stuff. Well, they reached out to them and they started making these little parts for them for like, I don't know, about a year till some other type of plant that was just all they did was make those parts came back online. That was pretty interesting. Yeah, BMW came to them and commissioned them to make like so many parts to a certain spec. You know, that was pretty cool.
Well, that sounds about right. With a chip shortage and things like that, they might have
Yeah.
parts, you know.
So has Canada got the tractors protesting like some of the other countries do?
The what?
Just curious if you do you know what's going on in Canada? Do they have the tractors protesting like some of the other countries do?
Like the UK.
I didn't get all that. I don't know if it's my speakers or what. Well, you heard about J.D. Vance and I heard about Hoska, whatever the ambassador of Canada. Somebody told them to open their mouths about immigration and everything else. It's no big deal. I already know the source of it. You know what I mean? It's just sticking your nose where it doesn't belong again. Not you, them.
I need a good source. I don't have a good source like these people do. Dang,
They don't. 420. Thank you.
get a better source.
Yes, it is, Eric.
Can't use y'all's source, then it wouldn't be confidential anymore.
Just get it straight from the source.
Yeah. So I got to do my own alchemy.
And even then, are they telling the truth?
Yeah, you got that right.
Is that Ken? How you doing, Ken?
How you doing, Blackwater?
So,
Not too bad. Yourself?
I'm okay. I'm making it.
Yeah, all you can do sometime. Anyway, back to you, Bonnie.
Well, I need to be excused for just 1 second, and but pick a topic, y'all.
all right.
I'll be right back.
I'm just waiting for that meetup between Alabama and Georgia again.
Oh, you better not be waiting on that. If that's what you waiting on, shoot, man. You had all year to get a Christmas list together, and that's what you got.
In Indiana, I ain't got nothing.
Oh, shit. It'd be an interesting matchup, man. I hate you got to wait a whole nother week, man. Well, less than a week, really. But still, yeah.
There was a guy up here in Detroit, and he is a Lions fan. He came up, I don't know where he was Christmas. We did a panel with, was he ever down with the loss they just had? He was a depressed puppy.
Yeah. Lions fans are loyal.
It was.
Lions got a loyal fan base. I'll give it to them.
I was going to say you kicked Dallas, but I thought you're inconsolable. You know what I mean? Like something's happened. He went live later, but it was an aura of not a terrific Christmas. I don't know.
Yeah, Dallas just ain't what they used to be.
Yeah. Wasn't it 40, 32 or 40? Anyway, 44 something, but I just left the topic alone. He was not too happy about
Yeah, you don't want to press the issue with the Detroit fans, you know.
Oh, he had the number of fumbles. You know, the stats were in his head.
You don't want to, You know. Just say, get him again next year, Tiger.
Yeah.
Dang, you can't even say that because it's a Lion, you know. Dang, my bad.
I think it was 11-1 or 2 was their stats at one time. He was on cloud 9. But anyway, whatever. I guess they played Christmas Day. They must have played Christmas Day.
So what'd you do yesterday, Blackwatch?
What did I do yesterday? Well, they said that to me on the panel. What are your plans for Christmas? I don't know if that was Monday or not. And I said, I'm going to smoke cigarettes and drink beer. Wait a minute, I ain't got beer. Pretty soon we won't have cigarettes. No, I just, I was going to sit down with the White House and try to hammer this out. I said, hell with it. So I didn't do too much, really. I just, it was a quiet Christmas. I was kind of glad when the panel come on to talk to a few people.
That's
Sounds like me. I did absolutely nothing.
That's about what I said.
No, I packed up some stuff, but yeah, it was pretty quiet. Met up with a friend last night and talked for quite a while about current events and everything that's going on. And it's good to have somebody that sees.
I had a mark in my life with my mom. It was she lived 19 years longer than my dad. And like I said, it kind of got easier because I was over there so much. But anyway, she went and it's an artificial tree, puts it in the corner, turns it around. And I said, that's so much work. She said, I only do it for you. I said, well, then stop. And that was the end of it. It just didn't make sense. But the talkings, I enjoy that. You know what I mean? Where you could go, I think that's most of it.
So there were people live yesterday. You said you went on a panel?
There wasn't much. One guy came on Citizen Z, I told you about. And we were up there for 4 hours till he started to fall asleep. So Motor City Mania, he came up later. I said, where were you? They said you were feeding the reindeer. And he was depressed. But anyway, he went on for 2 hours after that. Not that long, but there was really, other than that, no one. Understandably.
It's always a good day when we wake up.
Oh, somebody in Ireland came up, but he only had 2 or 3, so we only talked backstage for about 10 minutes. And Citizen Z came up. It's understandable,
So Ken, how have you been doing?
I've been doing well. I thought my legs were doing okay because once when I had that stent put in a couple of weeks ago, most of my swelling in my legs went down, but then yesterday they swelled back up again. So I don't know what's going on.
Mm.
I rewatched your personal well, and I kind of found it funny that you left the mic hot. At the beginning, that was fun. Just saying.
Do what?
The personal well, that I rewatched it because I missed the beginning of it.
Oh, when I was getting sick. Yeah, that was real nice, wasn't it?
And I thought to myself, you're going to say, I said 600 billion. Was that right, Donald? Did I get the number right? The hot mic, right, in the room. So, yeah, that was quiet.
Hmm.
I'm not making fun of you,
Yes, you are.
It was fun, and one of those little slips that we all do. And,
That's the reason I don't rewatch. Only very special ones do I rewatch. I don't rewatch the lives much.
Believe it or not, I get tired of the political crap. I hate to take it over, Ken, but up here I'm so sick of hearing Carney's name. I'm sick of hearing it. I put it.
What?
I never hear it till you mention it.
I got a
I
threat.
didn't even know who this guy was.
I said something about Merry Christmas, Donald. Hope your pudding blows up in your face. Something like that. And the channel owner says to me, "You're something about remarks." Basically, shut up.
Basically, yeah.
So I said to her,
Allegedly, yeah.
I still have my First Amendment. If you don't like it, tough. I'm so sick of hearing about Carney and all this.
So basically, you were out of there after that.
Don't lie.
I'm out.
Okay. Clue me in. What's hot, Mike? What?
Enjoy a good hot mic from time to time. I'm not gonna lie.
When you forget and leave your mic on,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and things come across the mic that shouldn't be coming across the mic.
Right.
Like you hear people like getting in trouble, allegedly saying things they shouldn't have said or stuff, and they say, "Oh man, they got caught on the hot mic,"
Yep.
Something like that.
One of the best ones was Zuckerberg. He goes up, "How much you going to invest? 600 billion." Say, we're going to invest 600 billion. Then he sits beside Trump. He said, "Did I get the number right?" The mic was hot. I forgot what you told me to say.
Oh.
600 billion, like it ain't nothing.
Yeah, well, he didn't. He doesn't, and we have them up here too, hot mic things.
Well, yeah. There was one time that thank goodness 50 million people didn't hear me or anything like that, but
well, it's up to about 5,600,091. So I think
yeah, it wasn't 40 million. I mean, it wasn't 50 million. It was 49,999,000.
I might have yelled at my daughter once. Didn't you get the something memo?
yeah.
Oh well. Yeah.
You had a quiet one, Ken. Yeah, sometimes they're good. I don't know.
Canada.
I told you what I said. Remember I told you Broke Fishing? He come up later, and he missed all of what I said because we were doing show and tell for Christmas presents. I don't think you appreciate me telling you. He just. Oh, it was fun, Bonnie. Sorry, kid. I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
Doc P. Good to see you.
It was goofy. You know what I mean? It was. Oh, come on, Watt. Can I say what I said? Come on. He's texting me saying, you say that, you're out. But it was stupid, goopy stupid. We were waiting for you, Ken. Where's Ken? Yeah.
Now, what show was that on?
There's Bonnie knows him, Citizen Z Animation, retired mainstream animator. He was head of it. Really interesting guy. He lived in Iceland for a while. But the tragic thing is he lost his wife last year, and it was his damn dog died. But anyway, it was pretty goofy. Pretty goofy. But Carl, come on up here and I'll tell my story. Yeah, I'll blow.
I've been thinking about if when this one goes, I might just have to get another dog.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll think about it because I want to travel, and it's a little more difficult when you take a dog with you. Cold, please, still. Ooh.
I'm back.
And I wasn't making fun of you. I thought I was enjoying the moment. Because I missed it. I usually miss the first 20, 25 minutes for some reason.
Hmm.
But, been fun, hasn't it, Bonnie?
It has definitely been a journey.
But,
Definitely.
we went back to the old Christmas songs. How many songs were there about Christmas? How many are there about New Year's, which are much fewer? We even ended up with Doris Day.
33,000.
No, there's 65. Was it 65 Christmas song? Anyway, that's what we did. It was just a bunch of people that were basically alone having a sober moment. At least I was sober.
What would be a traditional Canadian Christmas day? What would that consist of when you was coming up? Like the meal, the events, how would that look like? A Canadian Christmas?
Growing up or married?
Whichever one you like. Whichever one you want to
We spent
depict.
too much money on Christmas when I was married. I can't remember it all. I can't remember all of it growing up.
There wouldn't be too much different here. Maybe the food, maybe some of the dishes would maybe be a little different, maybe.
No.
I imagine the festivities was probably the same, friends, family, kids probably getting a gift or something,
My mom had 11 siblings. There was two. Her father died, but the eldest one was Aunt Norm. We used to go up there. We have table 1, table 2. It was.
I think everybody had an Aunt Norm at some point in life, even if y'all weren't related.
Aunt Norma.
Yeah.
She was a hoot. Harold was fooling around with her. I knew that by the time I was 14. So, everything has its flaws. It was.
I did. Aunt Norma, she was a truck driver.
You had one?
Yep.
See what I'm saying? These things happen.
Could have been. She could have left home. I don't know. But.
Dr. P, thank you.
Man, 11 siblings, man, that's something else.
Yeah, most of them. My mother never smoked or drank, probably for good reason.
What was the oldest to youngest? What was the ratio? Do you know, from oldest to youngest?
The eldest. There's probably about 10 to 15 years.
Apart. Okay.
Because her dad died at 38 from TB. Then they remarried. I don't know how much longer. She had 6 more. Apparently, a doctor said to her husband, who didn't last that long, leave her alone. 12 kids, leave her alone.
Yeah.
So the story went, I don't know. They were removed from us, you know what I mean? What, like, I think,
It happens. It happens. You know what I mean?
well, my sister got married in
We had a cousin like that once.
my sister got married in 70 at age 20. Should not have married him. But the reception was cut off at 400 people. He had himself 4 friends, the rest were my family.
400?
I had over 400 relatives.
That's still a good reception, you know. 400 people.
Yeah, well, the marriage didn't last more than a year.
Yeah, well, at least they put a limit on it, you know.
No, well, that's another story. But I had a lot of family. I had like 500 almost.
Dang,
I lost track of it. There's too many.
it's too many. It's like how can many, you know? Man,
It's so whether they split apart and a lot stayed with my grandmother. There's a row house, you know what I mean? Row houses, they tore it down, but there was a porch on the back. That's where he had the stove. My uncle Doug he used to cook. He'd cook the, like turkeys and that, but the rail yards behind them, when the train went by, the whole thing shook. You thought it was going to collapse.
we got them here too, man. Everybody's got that uncle in their family that swears they know how to cook or do anything that you could just randomly name.
Oh, he looked like
We got those uncles.
he looked like he did it all. Oh, my
My
dad.
one uncle I got left, he's the one that's still living. The one that does all the crazy stuff. He's the one that survived all the other uncles. I don't know how that happened, but he did it.
The younger. Sorry.
I think all of us, the crazier we were, the longer we were here, probably to teach us a lesson. I don't know.
It's got to be.
My dad paid to have the roof done, $5,000. The youngest one was Skip. I think his name was Richard. They called him Skip. And he inherited the house. Because my dad said to the rest of the family, he's got nothing. At least give him the house. Which he sold, and they tore the whole thing down.
His name was Skip?
A nickname.
Okay, I never met anybody named Skip.
No, they called him.
Like on a TV show or something, you know. Hey, Skip.
I
Oh,
think,
Skipper.
but my mom told me his real name. I can't remember because they always called him Skip.
Yeah, once you call him Skip, yeah, nobody remembers your real name.
But there was Joey and Ricky. Joey had an accident, was brain injured for life. Ricky drank himself to death by the time he was 30.
Mm.
It wasn't exactly the best, scenario.
On a cheery note,
No, cheery note.
Man. What's happening?
the buyers came by, brought me their contract. So I was going over contracts before I went live. Looks like it's all good. Take it into the title company Monday.
It's going down.
See when the closing date's going to be.
That's awesome.
There you go. One less thing to worry about.
Thank you, Sean. Yep. I'm kind of liking this contract thing. Every time I learn something new, it's like, hey, I could get into this.
There you go. Definitely hands-on, you know. That's could be one of the best, teachers,
Yes.
hands-on, figuring it out, knowing people that can fill in the blanks.
Doing it the cheap way and the online.
You got to do what you got to do, Got to make mission.
It's an accomplishment. See how it all goes.
Shoot, you'll be nestled and settled in out there. Shoot, you can have your get your little spring garden set up.
Oh my goodness. There's there
Be
is
booming.
lots everywhere. I thought that I have really thinned out, and when I walk in there and look, I'm like, it's gonna take me a year to unpack all this.
You didn't know you had it all.
Well, a lot of it, and so that's where the extra room comes in. When I get the workroom, that'll take care of most of it, because a lot of it is to go in the workroom.
Yeah, like storage.
Well, to make things.
There you go.
Thank you, Doc P. I'm ready to be. Well, I mean, I am. It's kind of a, you know, when I bought this, that was a big accomplishment for me, and I made it the beach house, and it's kind of mixed feelings. Does that make sense? It's one of my close friends, my stepmother, sent me some plants for Christmas, and she asked me, she said, "Are you excited or scared?" And I said, maybe a little of both. Just leaving my friends. That's the biggest thing, is my community. I even sent a message to the mayor, asked her for one wish before I leave the county.
So for Christmas, you threatened the mayor? Is that what you're saying?
Kind of, sort of, yeah. No, I didn't threaten her. I just
I know where
explained.
you live.
Just explain things to her.
I've heard about those. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and that lobster out by your house and a little thing.
Well, I'm sure she
Gotta get
sees
hold
it,
of
but
there.
it's just a reminder. Look after your community.
Yeah. And I know where you live. Merry Christmas.
Kind of do. I could. Well, if I could holler, I could holler at her.
So where do you want us to forward your mail?
Keep in my PO box.
Yeah.
There you go.
So how far away is the new place from where you're at now?
20 miles.
20
It's
miles.
not-
Okay, so not far.
No,
Not too bad.
no, I'm staying in the area that I know well, because I know the trails. I know all the little hidey places. It's
Yeah.
So where are you going to store all that lobster, Bonnie? Now.
Oh, you wasn't
I
supposed to mention that.
I can't have seafood, so it wouldn't be me still. Seafood.
Yeah. Can't say they caught you red-handed. You would have red hands.
I would, yes. If
Man.
I even touch it, they swell up and
You would
turn off.
literally have red hands. Man. I remember, man, I don't remember. It's been more than a couple of years ago. I can't remember exactly what year it was, but there was like this place out in the country, like where different people, they would park like 18-wheelers and stuff, you know. But what was it that got stolen? It was a whole 18-wheeler. I want to say it was like paper towels or toilet paper or something like that. I remember this. It was on the local news. They cleared out the whole 18-wheeler that was allegedly full of these toilet paper and paper products. And I'm thinking, ain't no way in hell that just one person cleared out that whole 18-wheeler. You know, there's no way. There's no way that you could fit everything that an 18-wheeler's got inside a pickup truck. That had to be several units or trailers or some sort. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Goodness.
Did they find it? That's what they do. The driver just leaves it running and gets out.
That's been years ago, but allegedly I don't ever remember hearing any follow-up about it. So I would assume probably not. But yeah, there's no way that one person could have did it. And that was years ago. That's just,
And do you know
logistically thinking.
how long it would take to unload that? I mean,
Oh yeah, by hand, yeah.
Yeah, if I was going to say, if you find a place with a tow motor, it takes
But
20 minutes.
it's one of
So
them
the-
places out there. I mean, it could easily happen, but it definitely wouldn't just be one person or two people even.
but it makes me wonder, was the driver in on it? Or was it a driverless truck? Because I thought about that too. Remember the convoy that got caught with all the drugs in them? So,
No, I don't think this one would. No, this one was a driver one. This one just happened here locally. I don't know.
okay.
The driverless 18-wheelers must just brought them out.
Just
They're
for
new. Not many have them, Bonnie. Not the 18-wheeler tractors.
Oh man.
It's $170,000 for the tractor. Steering wheel's in the middle. Not
It
only
seemed like the driverless ones would automatically have some type of GPS where they could track it,
yeah.
Since you totally removed the driver, I would think they would have a way to track it at all times. Oh, which I know they do, but still. To say if one went missing or something like that happened and they didn't know, I wouldn't believe them.
kind of thought it was interesting the way they said underground group. Like,
Underground.
in that
How did they say it?
to feed an underground group.
Oh yeah, like underground, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like black market underground, yeah, stuff like that, yeah. Back alley deals. Yeah, definitely.
The important part were the 2-ply or 3-ply. Or just
Shoot. At that point, it had to be the whatever the max ply it is. I don't know how many plies they give you now. I think we might be up to 16 plies.
yeah.
I don't know. It's getting ridiculous. At one point, it was all right, but now they're just adding plies just for the hell of it. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy with the plies, man.
Have you noticed when I think about it, paper towels now? For a reasonable price, they're like serviettes. That consistency.
Yeah, you gotta get the serviettes.
Cheap paper products.
Try to give it a good name, and it still gets you serviettes.
Kind of rough on the.
Please, sir, give me a moist serviette.
It is.
It just dissolves. You put a little spritz of water on it, it just dissolves.
That picture. I was trying to find a Christmas picture to put in my icon. Do you notice my window is closed and it has Christmas decorations? It's a little bit different window, but I was like, when I saw it, oh, there it is.
Well, my icon does have red and black like Santa. There you go.
Ho, ho, ho.
Mhm. Let it be so.
You remember that growing up? You used to get the stencils for the window and that spray snow.
Oh, yeah, they love it.
Oh, I hated that spray snow. That stuff was the hardest stuff to get off your windows.
Yeah. Crazy. No.
That's what we used to do growing up. Had a box of stencils and
Well, now they have window paint and it comes off a whole lot easier.
Yeah, they got like I don't know what they use. I see it on like a lot of local businesses. They'll draw the different characters or whatever holiday or
Yeah.
season it is.
Yes.
Like a window paint or something.
I used to do my car windows when the girls were in school for
Yeah.
baseball team won state
Oh,
championship.
man,
To had
Ghost date or
to. Yep.
just married or whatever. Yeah.
Oh man, that's a good one. If y'all want to have people giving you everything, put just married on your vehicle. Because
What will they do?
buy you dinner, whatever.
Nah, that's too risky. I can't chance that, buddy. You go either way for me.
But
It only works if you're a woman.
no,
Sorry, son.
You have to have a couple. I mean, you
You just can't be by yourself. You just got random single people just doing that now. It's like the next GoFundMe. Oh man, it's gonna be the next TikTok challenge. The just married challenge.
hate
Oh
her.
no, they probably already done it. It's probably already been a thing. Who knows?
the newlywed game with Bob Eubanks, you know.
Yeah. I mean, they're going all the way with it now. That's already Survivor 50. Man.
Well, you know,
Now.
well, you know, back in my day, you know, we didn't have Snapchat. So if you wanted to show a female your, you know what, you went to the park in a trench coat.
Yeah. You was snapping and chatting. They might have thought you was some type of way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
don't
know a lot
say
of-
with trench coat.
I know a few guys that said that I met my wife online. Quite a few now. When I think
It happens. You know,
There's a lot of
there's good
relationships.
with bad.
Hey, I didn't meet my wife online, but we did meet through, you know, back then they had like want ads in the paper and stuff.
oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's offline.
We've been together for 31 years, so
There you go.
See,
It happens.
what's that song? Oh,
Don't
but
let
they
me pick it. It'll be the wrong one.
no, they were already married.
I know what you're talking about. Pina
You like-
colada.
Pina colada. That's it.
You like pina colada?
Kind of lost in
Hot in the rain.
Man, I would have never guessed that one.
Yeah, they go to meet somebody and end up meeting each other again. Like, oh, I didn't know you like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, that's what the song was about?
Yeah.
They were married and they both put an ad in the paper and went and met, and it was
Awkward.
Yeah.
Huh,
Awkward.
that's interesting.
Hey, Sean.
Good to see you, Sean.
Hello, everybody. Merry belated Christmas.
Same to
Merry-
you.
A Happy New Year and all that other good stuff coming through.
Hey, Rabbit.
Oh, it's coming.
We just hope that it's a happy new year.
It's got to be happy. They tell us to say Happy New Year. It's got to be a happy one.
This is true.
It's got to be everything you want it to be.
But we're in charge of our happiness. You know that, right?
Well,
You can't depend
lady is
on
correct.
somebody or someone to make you happy. It's you have to find happiness.
works for me. I got 6 imaginary friends. I'm busy all the time.
It takes a certain level of happiness.
If that works for you.
I just wanted to. Oh, go ahead, sir.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Absolutely matters. You're going to talk. Go ahead.
Well, Pina Colada. Remember the song "Come a Little Bit Closer"? You're my kind of man. You know. So there's another dating scenario. when you mentioned that song, I thought about that one. I don't know. Marty Robbins did it, didn't he? Come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man. So big and so, remember that song?
Yes, Black and White. We
Yeah.
remember.
Well, it wasn't that important.
Well, to be honest, I don't think I've heard that song, so now I have to go look it up.
Oh,
Yeah, old one where
yes.
her boyfriend comes back and, and the guy takes off, I think it was Marty Robbins, wasn't it, Bonnie? He did it. I think it was Marty Robbins.
I think so. It's kind of
Well, I want
like Cucaracha song.
Cucaracha.
so it sounds exotic, like Caribbean calypso music or Sonoran band or something south of the border.
Kind of.
The Mexican, it's about Mexico, some bar in Mexico.
Chester said it was Jay and the Americans.
Jay and the Americans. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
So did you have a good day yesterday or did you have to work, Sean?
Well, I worked last night, but the way my schedule falls is I got out of work on a Christmas Eve around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and by 7 o'clock I was commuting out to Orange County, like Christmas Eve night, and then woke up Christmas morning and had some fun and went to Pachanga Casino, which is over near Temecula, so kind of a nice little thing, and ate well, exchanged presents with friends, all that. But the one thing about a casino at Christmas is they're a heck of a lot of fun because they're a place where you can be really big, and you could be up $300, and then by the end of the night you're down $255, all within a couple of hours. So it's like, yes, I had fun, but I also learned a lesson: don't go to the casino on Christmas. Like the slot machines, like we got there in the early afternoon, like around 1-2 o'clock, and so they were paying out, and then we went to have our lunch / dinner, with all the comps and promotions and everything. So we were eating like kings at the restaurant, and then we go back to playing the slots, and now the crowd from the evening and rush hour in. It's like nothing could win after that point. It's like they must have flipped a switch or something, knowing that the people would be there, that all the payouts would suck. So it was like, I'm trying to chase my money, and I'm like, wait a moment. I just freaking, I just kind of went into the negative here. What am I doing wrong? Oh, right. There's a whole crowd, and, everybody's cashing out and hopping to the next machine. And so somebody probably hopped onto the machine I was working on while I was away, So that happens, but it was a fun, good time. Plus, I got to visit. I don't know if I told you, Bonnie, the Lucha Libre promoter that I used to work for is basically like my godfather, So got to basically visit like an extended family and say hello to their little puppy who they have a little elf outfit for. So I sent you a photo of that little guy, and I sent you a photo of the dog my roommate has here. So. Basically, at least I can attest all the doggies around me are having really Merry Christmases, and they're not worrying about what they spend at casinos. they're just worried if they get a scratch behind the ear and a little treat in their bowl, which if we could only be so simple as them, huh?
Right. Oh, that really looks pretty. I've never been inside of a casino. I was going, but I had the two girls, and they were little. I didn't know children were allowed.
The casino floor, yeah, I would say it's too loud for children, but the rest of the casino is done like a kind of like a shopping mall, except upscaled on terms of prices and stuff, with like Versace's and things. So I would say it's kind of fun to go around. Like they had an actual gingerbread house made of gingerbread that was about 8 feet tall, whatever, where they had Santa photos and all that. And I'm taking photos of that. I'll send you later. You guys are gonna have a laugh. It's because it's made of real gingerbread and ingredients and everything. I'm looking at I'm noticing the reindeer that are out front. They're each missing their left antler, and so I talked with the hostess for the casino. It was there because I wanted to find, just somewhere I could buy a quick Coca-Cola out of the fridge instead of Red Bull. I'm like, yeah, where you got like Monsters and like big energy drinks, big caffeinated sodas or whatever. Because all the restaurants are selling waters and Red Bulls. Again, it's a casino, And she's like, oh yeah, go to this restaurant past Lux, past the Santa houses and all that. And, I strike up the conversation about that. I'm like, yeah, did you know someone broke off the antlers on your reindeer? And she's like, oh, well, that probably makes sense because they are chocolate. I'm just like, oh, that's why. Somebody visiting Santa Claus at the gingerbread house or whatever decided, hey, Rudolph here, he doesn't need his antler. Well, I'm just going to take this with me, chew on it for a while. So I'll send you a photo of that because I took several shots of it. But if you look at the reindeer, one on each side of the door, you'll notice that each of them have a left antler missing. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, oh, there's no way you could have dropped both reindeer, and broke the same antler, so that's, that's definitely like little kids or because this casino does have a lot of, we'll say tourists, wink, wink, maybe the tourists don't know you're not supposed to eat the decorations until after Christmas, but still. I just thought it was funny. It's like, yeah, but Santa was equally mad at these two reindeer, so he was punishing them alike, or something. It's a really beautiful setup they had. They had another, it was like not a full scale, but like I'd say, what is it about when like a house is shrunk down to like 2 feet, 3 feet in height? They had like a village built out of like white chocolates and gingerbread and stuff, and yeah, it's really. Yeah, Chessboard's pointing out the casinos count on me chasing the money. Of course they are, Chessboard. I know this. I'm kind of being facetious. In other words, I knew what I was getting into. Let me send you those photos in a little bit. I just want to poke in. Wish y'all have a merry season wherever you are, and if it seems to be a little bit of a bummer of a season, there could be worse things, and. We're here for you if you need that voice. Bonnie has my number, Dee has my number, etc. So if you guys ever need to talk, I will annoy you through the holidays to where you'll be like, damn it, if I give up now, Stryker won't shut up. Anyway,
You're fine.
that's y'all.
I'm looking for I don't know why it won't let me share several at once.
What are you using? Firefox?
No, I should be. I forgot. Uh-oh, that was the wrong one. Don't do that. How do I go back?
So what are you trying to share?
Oh man, I messed up. Okay, if I hit it again,
Be careful.
Careful.
nope, it doesn't take me to. Oh my goodness.
Hold the ladder for a while. You're taller.
No. Oh yeah, maybe that's it. Because I just sent a bunch of stuff to. Okay, well. See what happens whenever you don't do this for a while? You kind of
Takes time.
forget.
You using Chrome? What browser?
We're not going there, what? What? It's
They're
like
funny about the gambling here. They'll give us, you can sit on your phone and download and buy all the Georgia lottery games you want, but there's no casinos or nothing around here. The closest one would probably either go to Cherokee Nation up in Cherokee, North Carolina, or you'd have to go down to Florida. There used to be these boats in Savannah. You could go down to Savannah and they would take you out on these boats. And once you got out so far, then it was like a gambling boat. I don't know if they're still up and running or not.
Got one in Wetumpka, Alabama too.
See, dang, even Alabama got one before we did.
Yeah, Wind Creek Casino.
Do they have that song playing in old
I
Cherokee?
think Louisiana has.
Oh yeah,
Louisiana does.
Biloxi, Mississippi.
Mississippi. So you got Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. So you got them 3 states right there together. Got
Ever since
you
the
know.
incident, they kicked Georgia out the gambling clique. Oh wow, check that out.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's like the Home Alone edition. You just want to live in there. Oh man, that's cool.
And that's the chocolate one, Sean. I think
Oh,
that's the
Sean's
chocolate
gone.
one.
I don't even like gingerbread, but my mouth kind of watered a little bit, you know? I probably would try to take a bite out of it.
Let me see if I can zoom in and see the.
Pretty detailed.
Look at those Christmas trees. My goodness.
Yeah, that's
That's
a lot of decorations on them.
Yep. That was cute.
I wouldn't have the patience to decorate a tree like that.
Oh, I'd love it. That's Mm.
Do you remember that song,
Okay.
Cherokee Nation?
What?
I was just thinking, Watt said Cherokee Nation. You remember that song, Cherokee Nation?
Yeah.
Cherokee
Yes.
Nation, Cherokee tribe. So proud you lived, so proud you died. One hit wonders.
My great grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee.
Long live the Cherokee wind. Let it blow.
Yep.
I
I
just
remember there was
sent.
somewhere we went as a kid. This was like a store. We went somewhere and they sold Christmas all year long, all the time, and they had everything Christmas. And I remember even as a kid, I'm like, man, this is just too much Christmas because this isn't even toys. This is just stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Man, I forget where it was, somewhere between here and there.
Well, Hallmark stores have Christmas ornaments up year round. So if you got your fix for ornaments and decorations, you can go to like that.
Mm-hmm. This was like the Hallmark on steroids, you know, if the North Pole exploded.
Yeah, we used to have a Hallmark store in the mall, but it ended up closing up.
I think a lot of them did close. When
I don't
we
know if
went,
the Hallmark store still in the mall here or not. I don't know.
I shop at mine every July and every December, so I got my yearly Hallmark ornament fix. I'm looking over towards where I have the Santas from around the world and the reindeer. Now, basically, they gave Santa separate reindeer ornaments, so now you got to buy both, to keep your collection complete. It's one of my little Piccadillys. I always buy that ornament every year.
Nice,
So,
nice collection.
yeah, the mall I work at has a pretty good Hallmark store, pretty good selection. If you're into like brand name ornaments like Barbie or Disney or Star Wars or whatever, they have all that stuff coming through.
see, I'm not. I would rather go. The little ladies at the nursing home, they make homemade ornaments, and they're either crocheted or made with beads. And you can get horses, you can get UT
Uh-uh.
angels, and blue bonnets. I mean, whatever you want. They really go all out.
But most of the ornaments on our tree when our kids were growing up were, because every year they would all bring something home where they made at school for an ornament. So we'd have all kind of ornaments from all the different years that they made ornaments.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I have a couple of shops in the mall I work at where also it is like that. I go there and I buy the local craftsman stuff. In fact, shout out to Muse Market. Tomorrow I'll probably visit them, and in the windows they have like these little canvases. They're just like little paintings. You can tell they're like hand done by artists. And if it's still there, I'm going to buy the little one with Snoopy sleeping on top of the roof with his Christmas lights on his doghouse.
Oh,
yeah.
And
The Red Baron.
yeah, yep, someone painted that up. That's why I like Hallmark stores. They have the Charlie Brown ornaments every year. So that's my thing is Santa's around the world and a lot of Snoopy or Charlie Brown themed stuff, so I could care. The thing is I could care less about the like Disney and Star Wars and that stuff. But again, you get people, maybe they want Marvel superheroes or DC superheroes, or they want Nintendo or, one of those big corporate brands, then, you're going to find it there. So you don't have to shop too hard. But this other place like the Gazebo that we have here, they're a florist, but they always have nice little handmade decor and things like that. So I went in there and purchased, it wasn't a Christmas decoration, but I have a friend in my assembly out here whose birthday just happens to be on Christmas Eve. So part of the running around on Christmas Eve that I told you guys about, me and somebody else, we surprised them by dropping by their place with a birthday cake for them. Because everyone's doing Christmas, they're not expecting someone to come by with a birthday cake and some gifts. And Gazebo had these two little, they're like bookends, but like they're also like kind of like shadow boxes or whatever. And one reads, God bless America, and the other was America the Beautiful, and they were like mirror images of each other, just with like these stars that had red, white, and blue like painted across them, and then they stand up on their end. I thought those would make nice decorations for her books. So we'll swing by and drop her a cake and everything. And basically I did a lot of like two birds with one stone type things over the last 3 days. And when I got home this morning from work, I slept, guys, for like just nice. I'm like still waking up. I slept for like a good 6 hours, 8 hours. Just, when you get that long winter's nap where it's a good sleep.
Yeah.
I only had one. So I'm just happy to be in here with y'all and share about it. And, Bonnie, did you see after the white frosting pictures I sent you, the newest in security guards? People think I'm crazy when I talk about this. That's the little robot from Pachanga that I was telling you about that looks like R2D2.
What was your the R2? You got an R2D2 one?
At the Pachanga Casino, they have a little public safety officer. He has like 6 little blue eyes or 7 blue eyes on his chest, whatever it is. And you guys have got to see this. This is the future of security guards. Pretty soon it'll be. It's going to be Ed 209. You are under arrest. You have 10 seconds to comply. Drop your weapon. You have 9 seconds to comply. Better do what he says. You have 8 seconds to comply. If you've seen RoboCop, the original, you know exactly what I mean about the Ed 209. They're not kidding.
I went to a customer's house probably maybe, I don't know, a couple of weeks back, and they had her husband, he was real into like Star Wars, and they had a life-size R2D2 in the living room. Me and my coworkers like, wow, that's pretty cool. And then my coworker said, man, all you need now is the life-size Darth Vader. And she said, oh, he's got one. It's out in the garage. She said, go look at it. And sure enough, he had a life-size Darth Vader. He was, I guess they just recently moved into the home. They were still kind of unpacking and stuff, but that was pretty cool.
Holy smokes. So it's about like 6'10", like David Prowse or whoever that actor was that originally played him, like 6'8", 6'10".
It was, it was over 6 foot. It had to be over 6 foot because it was almost as tall as I was. So yeah, the Darth Vader one was. It was pretty cool. Took a picture of both of them. She said, yeah, go ahead and take a picture.
Cool.
That's kind of cool and kind of like scary because, they're one of my sub hobbies I was into when I was younger was, reading about cybernetics and cyborgs and all that. And I'm just thinking to myself, Vader is another one of those examples of a cyborg, that's gone, I won't say he's gone rogue. He's actually, as the enforcer for the Emperor, he's actually like the worst case scenario for a cyborg. That's the we got to destroy the rebels, send out Vader.
Mm-hmm.
So when they eventually start enhancing our military guys, that's going to be scary. When they start getting like body parts that are bulletproof and stuff.
Universal Soldier.
Oh yeah, Von Damme and Dolph Lundgren and all that.
Yeah. Oh man, look at this thing. It's like it's got a. Man, that's interesting.
Wow.
Public safety. Mm-hmm.
Yep. How's he gonna give me public safety when he doesn't even have arms to grab the bad guy?
Yeah.
Does it communicate with you? Does it say things?
It rolls around. If you remember, I told you guys how over a year ago I went there for New Year's back in 2019 into 2020 during COVID, and the little Chinese kids that were at the casino. By the way, there were a lot of Chinese people again at the casino. Just saying. No, I'm not hating it. It's just an observation. Anyway, the little Chinese kids were like kicking at the thing, and it couldn't do nothing to them, And I'm wondering if this thing if it irradiates you, or if it just takes all kinds of photos of you, or what it's supposed to do. But it does roll around.
It's got sensors all around it, cameras, and then whatever that little slot is on the front. I don't know what that little slot would be for.
I know.
Like Knight Rider.
There was actually a restaurant near me that had a robot, like AI robot. It delivered your water and your food, and it was wild.
That's wild. Like, what if you change your mind? How do you tell the robot that? I think I just want a water now.
Yeah, well, I just remember in the 80s, we had the pulsing signal for the Knight Rider, the Kit 2000.
Oh yeah,
and
Kit 2000.
And the Cylons from Battlestar Galactica, that side-to-side sensor deal. So I'm wondering if that's what that blue stuff is. It's just a sensor that just it's like it's scanning us at all times, or does it ever stop filming us? What if you're walking by and you're having an argument with the wife about the gambling as you go up to the hotel room, and that thing records it, and later on somebody sequesters it? It's like, oh well, during the divorce he said some mean things to her, or she said some mean things.
Yeah,
to him.
really.
Stand down, human. Stand down.
Yeah.
Prime Directive number 4. Prime Directive number 4.
It looks like a Dalek, you know what I mean? From Doctor Who.
It's kind of a bird face looking.
Yeah.
From this thing, that kind of does like a hawk or a bird.
Well, those are cameras on several sides,
Yeah. John's asking if it makes a sandwich.
I actually think it'd make a great ashtray if the top flips open.
Yeah.
Like, you guys got to remember, I do security work. I don't want those things replacing us. People like human intelligence, where someone can say, hey, I saw this, versus I'm looking at like a camera and it's just quiet and I don't know how to interpret the person because I don't have that human going, yeah, he seemed funny, or yeah, he was standing there waiting for a bus or whatever, because a camera or a robot's not going to interact and say, hey, how you doing? What are you up to? You won't be able to figure out what you're doing with suspects. So I'm almost thinking my current employer be like, hey, boss, should I share this with the younger guards to tell them if they don't shape up, we'll replace them with this?
Yeah. Getting replaced with something that needs a charger.
That or one of those robot dogs, that they've had out.
Oh, yeah.
That's when you cross the line.
Yeah, the ones with the rifle on the back, or the miniguns. Oof. Yeah, we're not too far from that, folks. That's why we got to get our kids and our families strong, and that's kind of the thing. What I'm saying, if you guys are going to tap out, you feel down about the holiday season, it's like we got some missions for you yet. We're still kicking here. We can't just go and feel sorry for ourselves or wallow. Yes, it's okay to grieve, it's okay to have pain and everything, but by God, don't give up. I know of people who I will put this way, out of my little crew of friends in high school, you know, let's just say there was 5 of us because it's a nice healthy number. Two out of the 5 of us are no longer with us, you know, and I'm not even 50 yet, you know. And one of those 5, he had what they call in Michigan the Michigan Blues. So you know, he kind of put himself, you know, into the afterlife, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, don't quit. If I had known he was, you know, thinking about that, I may have had words with him last time I had seen him. But you know, years later, finding out he basically thought everything was so bad he had to kill himself, I would have still talked him out of it, you know. So that thing, this time of year, people get all gloomy, like George Bailey in Miracle on 34th Street. Well, you never know how important you are until you sit back and do that thing. Like, yeah, you know, George Bailey saved his brother, and George Bailey did this and this and this. You guys don't know how many lives you touch, so don't end it now because there's a lot more lives for you to touch. And I'm going to shut up and yield because I'm getting all sentimental.
So
But
what
it's
did
true.
Watt do for Christmas? Did he ever say? I saw him on a couple of panels though.
Not on Christmas. No, I was at the 69th annual Southeastern Jelly Mold Christmas wrestling competition. Thought about going live, but I don't think they allow that on YouTube anymore. So I spared y'all on seeing that one.
So you're the original Karate Kid? Is that what you're saying? Kung Fu.
They got the Robo Dogs. There they are. They can vacuum up and all.
There's a channel I'm not going to mention. He says, I was away because my son was doing a wrestling tournament, and he's got a southern drawl. I wonder if you saw him there. High
So
school.
this one,
Sorry.
this one's from Chessboard. So let's see what this little dog's doing.
Oh. Is that dog vacuuming? Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
You know, if we use AI to teach our dogs and cats to talk to us, like through a collar or something, like in Up, you know, maybe we could get them to do housework.
They're working on it.
I know there's like a keyboard thing that cats can like step on, and like it'll tell them, you know, treat or whatever. And supposedly that you can like kind of train your cat to ask for treats, or you know, go down that rabbit hole for a minute. You know, you're gonna be like, that sounds like a lot of effort just to figure out the cat's hungry. I'm just saying.
Pretty soon you'll be talking about current events with your pet, you know.
Let's have a conversation, kitty cat.
Yeah, what's new, kitty cat?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I guess you could finally find out who let the dogs out, you know.
Yeah.
Put that mystery to bed.
Like that.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, you know. As weird as it sounds, it wouldn't surprise me.
So you did that on Christmas Day? No, they wouldn't have that Christmas Day.
Christmas Day. What a day it is.
Huh.
If you missed it, you got to double up next year.
Yeah.
You have to do it in July and in December.
That's true.
I was going to say, what if we were in Australia for Christmas and it's like 90 degrees, but then again, you guys live in the south, so, you know.
It was close to it here. We got up to 80 degrees on Christmas Day here yesterday. 1
Let me
degree
go ahead.
from tying the record.
We hit 78. We tied the record, the number one
Dang.
record, which was 2015.
I think that was the last
Yeah,
year
we
he had some weird weather too.
We had a white Christmas in 96, no, 97. Let me think
Ooh.
back to, no, Christmas 96. We had a white Christmas out here in Riverside, California, and Big Bear and Lake Arrowhead. They're usually snowing by December. So we just had this storm come through. I don't know if it's going to make it all the way to where Bonnie's at, but that storm, I'm going to be real. 3 days before it came in, they were chemtrailing the sky. I don't know if they intend to break it up, or it felt like it was warmer, which was really weird for wintertime rain. So I don't know what they're doing with it. But did our rain reach you, Bonnie?
I'm sorry.
We had a storm going from west to east here in California. Did it make it all the way to Texas, or did it dissipate over Arizona and New Mexico?
In forever, it seems like. But I have been watching the West Coast, because all up and down, well, maybe not all up and down it, but Washington, Oregon, and Southern California are really getting hammered, and kind of makes me question why.
I could tell you why. We just need to get a hold of Moose Man, but he'll still insist it has nothing to do with it, you know.
Yes.
But you know, they're calling it atmospheric rivers now. Well, storms don't move like big old sheets. They move in circular shapes, you know. So somebody's disrupting those patterns, and you can't blame that on automobile exhaust or on hairspray.
Weather modification.
Yep. And we have had strange weather here. Like, it was 84 today. And it's going to be warm. And then Monday, something hits. And it's down to freezing for a couple of days and then back up again. And
Correct.
I think that's why everybody here is getting sick. Because it's
How do you adapt? If you got time to acclimatize to the weather, you'll be fine. But they change it every 3 or 4 days. Your immune system doesn't know whether it's hot or cold, and you wind up with all kinds of symptoms and congestion and stuff.
yeah.
And it's just like it's, you know, right now here, you know, the last few days it's been in the 70s. But then Monday night, our high is going to be in the 40s and low in the 20s.
Yep.
Dang.
And what state are you in?
Alabama.
Alabama. Yeah. And that it seems to be all the way across the South that's going to happen.
And then after all that's over, then it's going back up into the 60s and 70s again. And like,
And
it's like a
going
roller.
back up again. Yeah.
It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Up and down, up and down.
Very strange. And that's the way it's been. I remember it started, didn't it start in October?
Allegedly.
And then, yeah, because we had a freeze early. And that's when I brought my plants in. And now I'm like, I should have just left them out there, because I don't think they would have.
Well, there might be a frost. You never know. That's something we're going to get away from holiday sentiments and into the geoengineering rabbit hole here for a second. These folks, I think, Bonnie, you've heard me explain this before. Maybe Watt has heard me explain this. So you got this dude at NOAA. He's basically over the geoengineering, and I'm subquoting everything from geoengineeringwatch.org. I'm not saying you got to buy a subscription or whatever, but at least they have the documents if you ever need to track down what's going on in your community. So you got a guy at NOAA. He's kind of the shot caller of that program, along with the Pentagon and all that. And then in each state, the governors actually call the shots for their states, which, when we had the Pacific Palisades thing, all the plants dried out in these areas that the brush fires happen. I'm like, well, our governor could order for there to be rain done so we could have, foliage that's not dry and brittle. But, God forbid Newsom actually cares about his state. you flip the management of it to like in Dubai and to the United Arab Emirates. They're like, oh wow, it's too hot. Let's pour some rain out there to help our people and get some water back into our oases out there in the desert. Well, they're not using the geoengineering to help us. They'll do the flash floods and then say, oh my gosh, this is a disaster area. And that's what Newsom's doing right now. He's calling for disaster funding, again, from mismanagement, because when the brush fire burns all them plants away, you have no roots to hold the mud. And then you have mudslides when it rains.
Yes, and that's what the mudslides. It is crazy what's happening over there.
Well, I'll do a little bit better too, because we do have to be. It's fair. Hey, Ricky, Merry Christmas. I see Four Corners is in the house. So is Echo. So Merry Christmas as well, Echo. And I see the. And Ricky's heard me say this before. He may have even seen me do this, where I called in to a certain talk show out of Austin, Texas. And the host, and I'm explaining that we have in my town the Santa Ana Watershed Authority project. He was trying to make it like, these little local area projects are not a big deal when they're doing cloud seeding or whatever. But in reality, one, I don't remember anyone in Riverside voting for there to be a Santa Ana Watershed Authority project down here on Lemon Street. So it's a very real thing. These little office buildings where these people take all this government money, they fund stuff to go on out of our airport. And, we're just going to cloud seed here, cloud seed there. Well, if you're disrupting weather patterns just based on cloud seeding, what down the road does that cause to happen? That moisture was supposed to go somewhere. God had the oceans evaporate, from the sunlight, and it was supposed to travel into Arizona for the monsoon season or farther into New Mexico and Texas. Well, why is it we're disrupting it here in California and the water doesn't get to go into the desert, or into the areas that out here in California have the sagebrush and have the tumbleweeds and all that. I'm thinking they're basically disrupting the storms before the storms even get a chance to do what they're supposed to do. I don't think Arizona had their monsoon season last year. Maybe they had a day of it, but I didn't hear anything about monsoons in Arizona. Mm-hmm. And, I'm, let's see, from me to Vegas is about 4 hours. So from here to Arizona would be about 4 to 5 hours. And it's like the storms are dying out once they hit the eastern part of California, which is really weird. They should actually, from the little reservoirs and lakes we have, should actually be picking up some type of strength.
Yeah.
Eventually you get to the Colorado River of California, Arizona, and Nevada by Bullhead City and Laughlin, Nevada. So, what exactly is happening here, folks?
Excuse me.
Just something to think about. Is this on Newsom's order, or is somebody, on his? Is there someone bigger in the chain of command telling Newsom to do what he's doing?
Well, in this one in chat, I don't know how to say the name. Mel, Malay. I don't know, but from Maui,
is a Hawaiian way to say Merry Christmas to you. Bing Crosby, guys, come on. Meli Kaliki Maka. You don't remember that song?
It seems like I might have heard it.
Merry Christmas from Maui.
Yep.
Wow.
Nice.
Hey, I just had an awesome thought. You know how if you go east on the time zones or west, whatever it is, like the hours start dropping, right? So if I keep flying in that direction long enough, can I go back into Christmas? Just saying. Oh wait, I'm not that fast.
I don't think it works that way, because if you heading west and it keeps getting lower, you're gonna hit that international date line, then it's gonna jump to the next day anyway.
Yeah, I forgot about maybe it's Prime Meridian, but it's Greenwich Standard Time in England there where the clock resets. But that'd be kind of cool though. So you could always be chasing Christmas. Ooh, it sounds like a movie title. Maybe I'm onto something. Anyway.
Well, and one of the problems from the weather going up and down like that here is the trees, fruit regular trees, whatever. So you have a freeze, and then it gets so warm that it's throwing off their growth, their production. If they have blooms or anything, they're thinking it's spring. So it could affect a lot of the fruit trees for sure. Pecans.
Well, not just that, the pollen, that the trees pollinate at certain times. So if you're immediately, if you go from hot to cold, the trees don't know that, 3 weeks or 3 months have passed. They'll start pollinating and then they'll close up again. So like right now we got like a lot of pollen and a lot of, it's weird. Like there's pollen, pine cones, pine needles, leaves, like everything you can imagine in rain gutters and in the water as it's going downhill.
You'll have things like warm weather where roses are blooming in December and I've seen it
I
happen.
also
my hibiscus are looking really pretty.
yeah. Well, what's different on my end though is also because the Santa Ana River is essentially the default homeless camp. Like when Chris Farley talks about a van down by the river, he's probably referencing the Santa Ana River here in SoCal. There's famous footage being by Angel Stadium and Disneyland and all that. You go to the Santa Ana River there in Orange County, it's like all a tent city right there over in Anaheim. And they would work to clear it out and everything. Now I think they're just doing these flash floods just to clear it out and get the homeless to run back into the city, which then causes us in the city part, to have our problems dealing with them. So that's the other element with all this rain and flash floods is that the homeless, they always go into the malls because that's where they figure they can take shelter. And if they're out in the forest with the brush fires, they can't take shelter there. So again, they come into the city. So it's like, if people want to get off the grid because they don't function well around people, they're kind of creating more problems every time they wreck parts of nature, to drive those people that are hiding out there in the woods or in the river back into, it's kind of like an ebb and flow, except they're making it spike a lot faster than it used to. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but in my head, it does.
Yeah. Eric, pecans are good for you. So don't say that word again.
I'll share a cute story from the Pechanga Casino thing yesterday, because at the restaurant, they're going to have on this Christmas menu. In fact, I think I took the menu home because I wanted to turn it into a Christmas card for next year. Let me pull it up so I can get the name of it correctly. But it was a type of apple pie where if you've ever been to these gourmet restaurants will like, they'll put like a white chocolate, like it's not a cookie, but it's a Christmas star made from white chocolate on the top and little dollops and what do they call it? It was an apple cheesecake, salted caramel, cinnamon, chantilly cream, $15 for a slice. And I thought that'd be a unique dessert to have for, finished off my little dinner last night. And they bring out this thing. It's literally like a 4-inch long by 1 inch wide. And I'm being generous with that. Rectangle. 3 little dollops on top. The little star I referenced. A band of chocolate that's threaded to be like a swirl through the top. On one side is the crumble, and then I don't know if it was canned apples or jellied apples, whatever, but it's like maybe two small spoons of that. On the other side is like what would be your caramel glaze. It's like they couldn't even put the pie together or the cheesecake together for you. You had to like cut it and then dip it in each side. And I'm looking at just how tiny it is and everything. And it's like, this is $15. I could pay like at the fast food places like $3 and get an actual triangle shaped cheesecake wedge. I'm just looking at the thing like you're saying in the chat with what was that, Eric, there about pecan pie. It's like I was kind of doing an apple pie kick this holiday season, And now I'm like, it's not that I don't want any more apple pie. I'm just so sad about the very last slice I had, because it's supposed to be all gourmet, but it was like I was at a French restaurant or a Beverly Hills restaurant where they're like, oh, and for this, monsieur, you're going to have the pie all in separate parts with itty bitty parts. And this way, when you combine it, it's still an itty bitty pie, but it's so, luxurious taste for your palate. And of course, the taste was like, eh. So
Right.
so another life lesson: if a cheesecake slice is $15, it's not worth it. Yes, Vicky's saying make your own cheesecake. Exactly.
Yep.
You take some of that Philadelphia cream cheese or other brands, and you work that together. The cheesecakes are so much more richer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather have homemade myself.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm just looking.
I need to be
I had this.
excused. She needs it outside. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, go let her out. I had an appetizer too, and since it's listed on the menu, I figured I'd go and riff on this. There was these cream cheese bites that are supposed to be broccoli and jalapeno. So it sounded like, oh, cool, like it's a jalapeno cheese curd or something. When they brought it to the table, it was like three little. They weren't even the size of the shortcake cups you get for making strawberry shortcake. It was like three of these things. So as an appetizer, you think you're going to have like 4 or 5 you can share with people at the table. Instead, there's 3 little things. The cream cheese is like a like they must have melted it down, so it's like laying across them, And then when you taste it, you can't even taste the jalapeno. Basically, it's basically like having fried broccoli or fried the florets of the broccoli. If you were to mash them up into the dough, I don't know what the right way of phrasing it is, but when you pay $13 for some little bites, and there's only 3 bites,
and you can't taste it,
Yeah, I would love some jalapeno in that, but I don't know where it went.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what's the point of having jalapeno in there if you can't taste it?
So, yeah, that's another life lesson: is that if you're gonna be at a casino, but slot part, and you just spend money at the restaurants, I would say just go to the shops, buy a Pepsi and a sandwich, or buy a Coke and a sandwich, and you might be doing yourself better. So, let's see. Vicky is talking about her husband making a 3-hour cheesecake. Very nice. I wonder if they'll let you do that. Bring outside food into your casino hotel room or something. That'd be an idea.
Yeah.
Anyways,
BYOC. Bring your own cheesecake. Now y'all got me wanting to make a
Jerry had a
cheesecake.
strawberry cheesecake today. Yeah, cheesecake meets that need of having a cream pie, but having fruit filling at the same time, and still having a little bit of a crust,
Yeah, I'm like Jerry. I love it with the strawberries and strawberry glaze across the top of it.
Oh yeah, but I'm in that headspace right now where I still want like a good Dutch apple pie with the crumbles on top,
Yeah.
and fresh from the oven. It's got to be steaming, where the apples don't burn your mouth, but you got to like drink a little bit of milk just to cool it down, Good old winter time. So, but before we ask Bonnie how she's doing, she comes back, what have you. Yeah, the Camp family, apple pie, hot enough to melt the ice cream. Exactly. You don't even need the milk. Then you just use the little slice of or a little dollop of vanilla ice cream to dip your cheesecake apple pie into. Oh, that. When I go to work tonight, I think in the morning I'm going to have to go to the local bake shop and get me some follow-ups, or go to the grocery store and maybe get me some Sara Lee or something. I'm making myself hungry, and I just ate a big old dinner a minute ago. Or would it be a breakfast this hour?
Yeah, me too. We had a big old bowl of chili tonight, cooling down a little bit.
That That sounds real good. Chili with all the peppers and all the ground beef and maybe a couple
Oh,
other
yeah.
meats in it. Mm.
Crushed up crackers in
Yeah,
with it.
I made myself I went a little bit, generic, and I regret that I bought Bob Evans because it is a GMO macaroni. I don't know how they do it, but it's GMO now. But I did my gimmick where I take 3 different cheeses, this cheddar, Swiss, and it's a crumbly type of feta that you use, like in Mexico. And I would do the microwaving, stir it up, add more cheese, put it back in again, stir it up, add some black pepper, and do that again. By the time it was done, it looked like I basically had a bunch of melted cheese with some macaroni sprinkled in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Would
makes
you
me
like
think
any
of what.
macaroni with cheese?
Yeah, that makes me think of what my daughter makes it every Christmas. But she does like a 5. I don't know what all cheeses she has in, but it's a 5 cheese macaroni. I mean, it is just loaded with cheese.
Yep.
And I don't think there was any
Well,
left.
I look at it like the gooier the better. So that's why I got to have like a Swiss and a mozzarella in it, and then the cheddar is just like your traditional, mac and cheese. So me adding that stuff in, and then Bob Evans, their cheese they use in their brand is a real kind of a light. I don't know what, I haven't memorized their ingredients, but it's kind of a lighter cheese. I'm more towards, if you remember KFC, how they have like that really strong cheese flavor in their cheese, macaroni and cheese. That's where I got to be with my cheese. So
Yeah.
I'll add a few blends, and next thing you know, I get this. Basically, it's a cheese log with pasta, and it's like, yeah, it's gooey, and now I'm happy.
Yeah, I seen that chessboard about several
Uh-oh.
distilleries closing up.
And we
Oh
keep
yeah,
getting-
I think Jim Beam was one of them.
Well, some of them have been invested in.
Yeah, because they're talking about how alcohol sales have like dropped really low. I don't know. There's still drunk drivers out there on the road, so they're getting it from somewhere.
Maybe it's because Canada quit buying from us.
It could be.
Well, I was about tonight to take. I have a pound of ground beef I'm thawing out. I was about to, cook that up, and then I was going to throw it in that cheese and mac, but I just didn't want to wait. I wanted to have that gooey. When you're just craving gooey cheese or melty cheese, so that's what I went for. And between that and the energy drink, you guys can probably tell I'm very ready to go to work tonight. Yeehaw! I hear it's going to start raining once I clock in. Double yeehaw!
How'd y'all go from delicious cooked apples to cheese?
Macaroni and cheese. We went from the Dutch apple pie, crumble topping with a glass of milk, to melty ice cream on top, then melty, and I'm somehow the one who brought up the macaroni and cheese element, as we're kind of going into being like a cooking show at the moment. So
Yeah, body show turns into food a lot.
Yes.
nothing wrong with that. Think about it people just get around the kitchen table or get around the campfire and share their stories and their knowledge and a meal and everything. And a lot of the YouTube or on the internet, what do people do? They get around, they have their coffee in the morning, or they have a snack or something, and they podcast, stream. We're basically we're like that type of community all over the world, but we're having our little dinners together. So it's the same kind of bonding, just without the physical person being right there to hold their hand during a prayer, or pat them on the back when they say something funny, or smack them in the back of the head when they say something stupid. that is one perk of the internet. Is when you have a family gathering through the internet, you can't smack the moron in the back of the head and say, "Hey, watch it." Tell you not to be stupid, you moron. But
the food does bring people together. So yeah.
Exactly. But when they're trying to make these single serve meals, yeah, it's good if you're on the go, like I am a lot. But there's nothing better. Like I said, I was happy just to get together with my extended Lucha family at the casino last night. We had ourselves a nice restaurant meal, and I'm forgetting the name of what it is, but the promoter and the wife for their meal, they ordered the like a children style cup, and it has layers in it, and then around the ends of it that are equally piping hot are like, you know, there's shrimp that's hanging over the end of it. There's cactus slices. There's chicken strips hanging over that are like the meat, you know. There's New York steak strips that are hanging over the end, and like, you know, you just grab different things and take the hot tortillas and, you know, the different sauces and stuff. You like make your own little handmade. It starts with an M. Moche or something. Anyway, it's like all, you know, like a family get together type deal. It's just nice to have that when you're on the go and single, you know, get back together with people you care about and just, you know, share a meal and share how your year has gone and this and that. And the same thing goes on the internet. Again, we're just not physically there with each other. Oh, hold on. Echo just dropped their cheddar apple pie recipes. Just saying. That sounds really good. That's a cheddar apple pie. That would be, well, maybe not tart for the cheddar, but cheddar would have the sharp taste. I don't know how the sugary part of the apple would contrast with it, though. Sounds interesting, though. I kind of like that. Oh, and Mary's talking about apple fritters. My local donut shop makes a really good apple fritter. I don't know if it's because they're warm or because they're apple or because they're fresh, but I like my little local donut shop. I've watched these ladies who work there for the last, 20 years. They're like our grandmas now over here, and they make good donuts is what I'm saying. Just say, so I'll shut up with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to a Dutch bakery that makes really good fritters and muffins, you name it. My daughter's always really wanted to stop there, but I really don't need to. And I'm like, yeah.
Well, Bonnie, I don't mean to make a snarky joke out of it, but would a Dutch oven be found at a Dutch bakery? I'm just wondering.
Maybe.
We'll have to ask the chefs there. Hey, do you guys have Dutch ovens back there? Yeah. Somewhere around there, it'll be along with Prince Albert in a can, and running refrigerators.
Yeah.
And let Prince Albert out. Get him out of that can.
Exactly. I miss when humor was a lot more simple like that. While I was at work last night, because it was basically dead, I was watching this BBC Christmas ghost story movie. I'll look it up later and share it with you, Bonnie. It's basically, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's about a trained signalman, and he has a guest visiting him. And it's slow paced, but it's like only a 30-minute ghost story. And I was like, they actually used to come out with some pretty awesome, Christmas time ghost stories and stuff. And a lot of folks keep forgetting that, just the phrase, the spirit of Christmas, or, in the movie, It's a Wonderful Life, where, George and the angel, Clarence, they can't be seen by the people, or A Christmas Carol, where there's ghosts of, Christmas past, present, future. We do have a pretty rich history of ghost stories at Christmas. And it'd be kind of, interesting if anything in the next 5 or 10 years takes off as the next big Christmas ghost story that adds to that mythology or that set of classics. So
it's kind of strange. Last year when we were going town to town to all the Christmas events and driving through the neighborhoods that they were advertising to look at lights, and here's all these Christmas decorations, and then they got skeletons out in the yard, and I'm like, how does this go together? Some people were saying maybe they left their Halloween decorations up and added Christmas, but it was just, it just didn't seem that way.
Well, some is like Nightmare Before Christmas. There's a house off of Martin Luther King here in Riverside where they decorate Nightmare Before Christmas with Halloween. and then they convert it to Christmas lights, and they change some of the decor up, but it's still the same cast of characters. I've always wanted like to go to. I've never. This is one of those like things on your bucket list. I've always wanted to go to a local like store, like get a huge gift card, and then just drop it on their mailbox with a note saying thanks for the decorations. Because seeing little things like that, when I used to have to cross town to get to work, you know, they were like little things like, oh, I'm passing this, you know, pretty little house on my way to work at night. You know, cool. You know, it's not only is it a checkpoint, but it like just makes the commute much easier. Since I'm not going across town to work at this point, I'm not looking at as many holidays displays in other neighborhoods, and I know there's some of them that are out there that, you know, if I get off my tail, I could probably go see them tomorrow or the day after before they take them down. But you know, just scheduling. You get older, you got more things to do, and looking at holiday lights, which I enjoy doing, it's not as high on the list as it used to be. I wish I still had time for that, but I got some other things cooking up. And John Dunning is saying Christmas used to be about Christ. Yes, the Christ Mass. And the part of the ghost element would be you would light a candle for your family members who haven't made it through the last year into the new year. So you pray they'd be with Christ and Christ would receive them, you know?
Yes.
So there is much of that is gosh, I could go on for hours with the lores and legends about Christmas. My favorite thing I discovered this last year, and I was on this rabbit trail already, but there was a Catholic scholar that he actually pulled up writings from the old church fathers and other stuff, and they pinned down why December 25th was picked, and it's based off of when Zechariah, you know, was in the temple, the time of year and the exact season he was doing his thing. And then, you know, him going and conceiving John the Baptist with his wife, who's Mary's aunt. Mary gets the Annunciation. She visits the aunt. The baby for John the Baptist is in the womb. It jumps for joy, blah, 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 blah. Basically, they're able to track everything down to December 25th. So the different celebrations don't not quite. Yes, the celebrations are in the same season, you know, within a week or two, but they're not the same holiday, specifically that date. And then I watched a documentary last night, lady from the University of Cambridge, and she was tracking down where the three wise men actually were from, and it basically, with their research, would have been from the area that's known as Petra today. It's like southeast or what have you of Jordan. So it's not but you go up from Saudi Arabia and then kind of over from Jordan, the area they were from. So they were from east of Bethlehem, the far east, like China or India. So it was interesting to find out, you know, all these historic. That this is the thing as part of the Great Awakening, guys, with the internet getting us information from all over the world. Is now the scholars are all able to get that information and do their research in a much more, I don't want to say scholarly fashion, but they can share the results and their knowledge and so on. And we're going to find with like biblical archaeology and biblical relics, we're going to find more truths. And it's at the point now where if you call it preponderance of evidence, it's like there's no longer an excuse to be an atheist. You know, you might be an agnostic, no issue there. But as an atheist goes, bro, sorry, Christ was a real being. He walked, he lived the earth, and apparently he was resurrected because people don't die for a lie. At least not willingly. So. Sorry, I'm on another rant. I'm going to stop, Bonnie. I keep taking up your airtime.
You're fun. Interesting stories.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to hop on down because I got to go to work tomorrow. Unfortunately, but
On Saturday.
on
So-
Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah, my days off this well, at least I'm off New Year's Day this coming up week. So my days off this coming up week are Sunday and New Year's Day.
You want me to call in for you, Ken? Tell them we're going fishing.
Tell me going fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a PTO for fishing.
Bonnie, write them a note.
Well, I'm glad you came up, Kim. Thank you.
All right, y'all have a good night.
You too,
You-
buddy.
I'll see you, Raphael.
Sleep well.
And I don't want to be like the downer, but I was also, due to the work and everything, I was going to depart and start getting ready for tonight. So I was going to take my leave. So I guess I'll be a copycat. But Bonnie, Watt Life, Black Watch, you guys have a great night. Happy holiday season to you, or belated Merry Christmas. And
You too,
maybe
Sean.
I'll see you. If I don't see you next Monday night, I'll see you in the new year. So
Don't forget your jogging bag. Watch Time Traveler Trifle. It's really good.
oh yeah,
Thank you for coming up, Sean. Be blessed.
you're welcome. You're welcome. And yeah, I'll be in touch with you guys. Take care.
Have a good one.
You too. So how many of y'all are still in food comas?
Hmm?
He comes and goes.
I just opened a fresh bag of popcorn. I don't share. So, what did you say?
I said, how many of y'all are still in food comas?
Yeah. Wow. I didn't catch that. I don't know what these speakers are doing tricks again.
Well, I don't know why you can't hear me. Just me.
Just me. I don't know why you got to go on about the weather. It's just a nuclear exhaust from Watt's time machine. Every time he leaves, it's like a tornado. And stop time traveling, Watt.
It's only 0.0033%
Yeah, I know.
chance of harmful emissions.
Looks a bit like confetti.
Crunched all the numbers.
But anyway.
He uses all the natural ingredients to get it to go.
There you go. Gold works best.
Yes, food coma. Yeah, I just made me a big old steak.
Big
Yes,
old steak.
Yep.
Just like a Fred Flintstone 40-pounder hanging over the barbie.
Seemed like it. I didn't think it was going to fit in the skillet.
Holy crap.
But
My God.
that was mine and Shotzi's Christmas
Brontosaurus
dinner.
burger. Yeah.
It's good. And they went down in price $1.
So can I expect a package in the mail?
Give me an address.
Yeah. Here's your steak. Yeah.
I can get dry ice. You gonna cook it?
I haven't seen a steak in so long. I don't even know if they still exist. Bad enough to get a chicken, which I messed up again. I went on a panel. I said, I got it Friday night, Char. There's another guy I told you about. Is it any good before you go? She says, Monday night. Don't take a chance. I have to throw most of it out. Watt usually lets me know, make sure you have your chicken. But I got no text message.
Yeah. Today was trash day. And so we had both barrels full. And then cleaned out the deep freeze. So it's probably full again. The bad thing about that is now it's going to sit there for a week.
Yeah.
Those people. I'm going to have to put something special out there for them whenever they come to pick it up again.
Had a good old deep freeze. You don't cycle with stuff, freezer burn, and it's all wasted.
Yeah, but I got to take it with me. I'm definitely taking that.
Yeah. knew my mom was getting older because I'd go to put there was a small chest freezer in the basement. I go, I can't get anything in. What do I got? Over 20 loaves of bread. And I'm still, oh God.
The bad about the chest freezer is it's so deep, so I'm almost falling in to reach the bottom. It's
Yeah. Help. But you got to keep it going.
Yep. The kids were talking about giving me the upright, and well, the son-in-law was. He said we don't hardly use it for anything. It'll all fit in the refrigerator freezer. And my daughter gets in the chat that we were talking through, and she said, "Oh no, it's not going anywhere."
I think I told you was take stuff off the fridge, of course, soup cans, right, to put away. Yeah, gotta watch your feet. Well, an open jar of mayonnaise kind of hit my chest and went in the freezer. And don't open both doors. But I let it defrost or something. It's unopened. It was okay.
Yeah,
But
I figured it would be.
Well, I caught it within 3 hours. It had froze, but completely, but it was still good.
Yeah.
Either that or I'm going to have a bathroom break any moment now. I don't know. It was okay.
Yeah.
I guess, which was stupid. What the heck is this? Uh-oh. But anyway.
I'll have to see another Texan in the chat. That's good.
I thought that's why you guys invented Arizona as a windbreak, weather break.
Well, I always thought Colorado was, but this seemed to be.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just crazy weather.
Yeah. Is that where John Denver was? He's saying a lot about Colorado.
I think John.
I think he was from there.
I think so.
Colorado.
Used to always say he looked like a frog. Guess when he'd smile. I don't know. She really liked him.
That was what we did last night. It was a big downside of it. It's just how many people are gone, like singers, the entertainment, because we kind of, really it's Auld Lang Syne. Everybody will come up with that for New Year's.
Yes.
But hardly any comparatively for New Year's. But and we ended up with Doris Day and, you know what I mean, over the couple of hours, and Bing Crosby. I don't think Danny Kaye was a singer, but modern, old.
I bet Ireland has some good ones.
Yeah. George Carlin's channel is putting out more now. I think it's the climate, you know what I mean, what's going on. A lot of his skits that he did,
Yeah.
About, what's going on. And it was sad that he went too. I enjoyed him. He was pretty brilliant.
Yep. Then it's not him putting out stuff if he's passed.
Yeah. Seems they got better with getting older to me. Most, Cohen did his best work when he was older.
Yeah.
George was better when he was older, I thought. But yeah.
It's getting harder to tell the AI videos from real.
Yeah.
You can still kind of tell, but they sure are perfecting that.
Yeah. That's understandable. It's going to get, you look at the Japanese market culture, what they're censored and still heavily censored on. They spent a lot of years on that stuff. A lot of years. So I guess, they're getting very good.
Oh, wow. It's funny, Chessboard, because I have a video about how that even started with NORAD that Watt sent me,
Yeah.
tracking Santa Claus. I think it was in the 50s.
What, the Santa Claus thing with NORAD?
Yeah, tracking.
Yeah, there was in the 50s. I remember that. Santa has been spotted,
But he's saying 2 different locations.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wonder how long before that breaks apart. What was just the history.
Well,
Uh,
you're the computer whiz. You need to just make a little program that makes it look like it so we can air it.
well, it's
For the kiddos.
I haven't invented anything in that way for a long time. I just use it. How it works, I don't care. I don't care how it works, just work. But which is getting more and more difficult. Remember the cartoon George Jetson? The maid was robots and everything.
Yes.
Go Jetson. I don't know.
I am not going to conform to AI. I saw something where they're pushing that we have to have the real ID by a certain date. And I was like, okay. No.
A lot of people are refusing to visit the U.S. because I want your device, I want 5 years history, I want this and I want that. And none of the border guard is not solid. It's whatever they feel at the time. So nobody's bothering.
I saw that flights were down, but they're saying, of course, because of some friends of mine flew somewhere for Christmas, and they all had to have a mask on.
Then you get to the point, where's your cell phone? I don't have one. Oh yeah, sure you don't. Where is it? It's ridiculous. Not worth it.
Here we go again.
Not worth it. That's just me. What? You're not going to work tomorrow? Wake up.
He's had a busy weekend, maybe, or a week. A lot of people are, I think, kind of tired.
No, I know. Worked out well on Christmas on Thursday, 4-day weekend. For those who get it.
Thank you for the links, John. I'm going to have to look at one of those and see what this baby Trump thing is. Keep saying that, and I keep forgetting it. He probably is, Mary. Maybe he got his red velvet cake.
She wore blue velvet. It was blue velvet. Or red velvet.
It's a red velvet cake. You're on the wrong song.
Lady in Red. Yeah. Well, I spent all yesterday on songs, more or less. That's what we ended up with, you know,
Yeah.
to avoid modern day events, you know.
I had packed my speaker, but I found it. So I'm going to hook it up tomorrow and just play music.
Yeah.
It just seems like you can get more done when you have music playing.
Was funny, the guy kind of likes jazz, the guy in Detroit. And I don't like it. What do you mean you don't like it? But it calmed him down when he ran the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Said, you know, I said in the background, you know, quiet. It could be, but anyway, it was 2 hours of that. It was fun. It was.
Cool.
I enjoyed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, Anthony, you're kind of dancing around and cleaning, anything like that. Gotta have the music. I think that came from my mother too, because Saturday mornings was cleaning day and she'd put on music and we'd be singing and cleaning. And it just made it go by quick.
Yeah.
It's probably where I got the music Tourette's from.
It's funny, he says to me, you fall asleep a lot, you know, like on the panel at the end. 20 minutes later, I woke up, it was over. I did it again.
Uh-huh.
Listening to them, you know, whatever.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and close this one up. Been on for about 3 hours.
Did he wake up? He just woke up.
Who?
Why? Is he?
I don't think so.
Oh, great. We're going to lose him again. Must have been all that wrestling.
Maybe just have fun.
Yeah. All that cheesecake.
Family.
He did look a little bit pudgy.
All right, y'all. It was really good to see you again. I'm not sure when I'll be live again. It's a very busy time for me, but we'll work on it. Glad to see y'all made it through Christmas. Think we're all going to be okay. It might be an interesting year. We'll see what happens.
Night, everybody. Anybody wants to auction off the contents of Watt's wallet? The highest bidder. He was sleeping, so I didn't.
God bless y'all and have a good night. See you next time.
Good night, Irene.
Who's Irene?
That song, Good Night, Irene.
Oh, okay. Yes. How come it's not ending?
Somebody had that trouble the other day. She couldn't end this stupid